But, there's some very bad people here as well. Well, the first night I met a girl,
The first night?
yeah, the first night. I'd say about $1,000 to $1,200
Yeah.
a month.
A lot of people choose Thailand and Vietnam or the Philippines. Why did you choose Cambodia? Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
My name's John, and I'm originally from Belfast in Northern Ireland.
And what brought you down here to Cambodia?
When I retired, I was going to retire in Thailand, and I had some friends who'd been coming here for a couple of years, and they asked me to come to Cambodia first before I made a decision.
Yes.
And I come here, and well, the first night I met a girl,
The first night?
yeah, the first night.
Okay, there you go.
So that was my introduction,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been here ever since. 13 years.
Wow, 13 years. So
Never been home.
she must have been quite special.
It is. I like the weather, and the majority of people here are very good and very nice and very kind. But there's some very bad people here as well.
Yeah.
But you've got to be careful. It's all about, if you're coming here, do your homework. Have a look on the internet, and find out about places, because there is some places here where you really wouldn't want to go. And over my 13 years, I've seen so many incidents where a lot of people, both young and old, have had their holidays ruined here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been very sad. But
Okay, can you give me an example of what to avoid maybe, or?
basically, on here, it's about stealing your bag, your phone,
Yeah.
anything at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So watch your belongings.
Yes, very. And the thing I say the government should do here, and they don't do it, is have a sign on here advertising saying be careful about your personal belongings and beware, because excuse me, people will just come and they think it's okay. And maybe what they do, they like sit here on the wall, and they're gazing out, kicking, and they put their phone down in the bag. The thief comes along, and it's the same. It doesn't matter, it's in daylight as well. And to be honest, they don't even only do it to the tourists, they do it to their own people as well.
You know, if you haven't said that, I would have known, because coming here, I had no idea. And you're the third or fourth person that's told me to watch my phone.
Yes, I try to tell people. Some people think you're interfering.
Yeah.
They don't want to listen. So, but for me, I'm only trying to be helpful.
Of course.
But that's up to them.
Yeah.
If they don't want to do it, But some people are very naive. And like I said to you before, I think some people should go on the internet and read up.
Yeah.
Because there is certain countries, I believe, tell people when they come to Cambodia, especially non-pen on the riverside,
Yes.
to be aware of that kind of thing.
Okay. You know, I just thought Riverside was a great place when I booked my apartment, but some people say there's better areas than here.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing about the riverside, and if you live on it and go to the bars or restaurants, you tend to pay for the location.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So if you're off beat, you can go to local restaurants, and there's other places around,
I noticed that. About cost of living, would you say how much does a single guy need to have a comfortable life here in Phnom Penh?
I'd say about $1,000 to $1,200 a month.
Okay.
And you could live in a nice apartment and still have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It depends what you want. You can get cheaper apartments. It all depends on people's budget,
Yeah.
But I would say to live comfortably, about $1,000, $1,200.
What do you miss about back home? It's been 13 years.
Well, I come from a big family. I have 6 sisters and 3 brothers, and they're all, and I do miss them, and I have a lot of nieces and nephews that I haven't even seen yet.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking of going home actually this year, but things didn't work out. So I'm hoping to go home next year.
I know a lot of people choose Thailand and Vietnam or the Philippines. Why did you choose Cambodia specifically?
I'm sort of set in my own ways, some ways, and I've met people, and I used to meet them every day, not so much now, but because some people have gone back.
Hmm.
I mean, over COVID here, we only had like what they call a 7-week curfew thing.
Okay.
But there was, I suppose, like every other country, there was a lot of people got stranded here,
Yeah.
with their flights got cancelled. They hadn't got money to book another flight. Some flights they booked, and when they got to the airport, it was a scam. There was no flight.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
horrible.
So that means they even got worse. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And some of the embassies, I'm not saying them all, really didn't want to help.
Yeah.
And some people, they left it to themselves. You know, there was people sleeping on the river here and other places because they had no money. Like they might have been staying in a nice guest house hotel, but once their money run out,
Yeah. Nothing else to do.
nothing could do.
Yeah, I've seen a few foreigners actually right now on the streets out here just living. It
Oh,
seems
there
like.
is. Yeah, you'll see them constantly. There's some of them been on the streets here for 2-3 years.
How do they get help and eat and live? Like, do you know? Like,
I think all they do, they depend on tourists,
yeah.
or some of the local people here are very kind, you know,
Yeah.
and they maybe give them, they don't have a lot of money, but they give them some
Yeah.
food and, yeah, you know, and they sleep
Just enough to survive.
maybe on here or under a shop at night time, under
Yeah.
a canopy and that sort of thing. It's a very rough life. I don't know how they survive, perfectly honest, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because some people have been doing it, I've seen people 3, 4, 5 years,
It's a long time, right?
long time.
And what about dating? Is it easy to meet local women? A lot of single men want to come abroad and, you know?
You've obviously got what they call the girly bar scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, around certain streets, like just around these 136, 130, 118, all right.
Hmm.
But you can meet a local girl. I mean, there's online sort
Yeah.
of thing. You might meet a local girl in just a normally restaurant, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But basically what happened was, I mean, COVID affected every country in the world, didn't it really?
Definitely, yes.
And I think here the cost of living went up.
Mm. A lot of people say there's a lot of recent developments that are happening and it's raising the prices.
Yes, but also if you look around here, I mean, there's a lot of buildings that get started, like this one,
Yeah.
they never get finished.
I see.
And if you go further over, when you go down the bottom of the riverside, there's an area called Diamond Island. I don't know if you've heard of it or aware
I
of it.
haven't yet, no.
You take a look there, there's hundreds of buildings that were started, basically
Wow.
run out of money.
So investment stopped, I guess, right when COVID happened or something. And they
Yeah, there is here quite a few, you know, they had that FCC, the Friends Correspondence Club, which was idolized here really
Okay.
as a, but I mean, it just before COVID wanted to get refurbished and all that stuff.
just, you know.
5 years later, it never run out of money.
How is like the expat community here? You have a good group of people or?
Generally, yes, you
Mhm.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to know a lot of the people that live here permanently, you know, you see them around a lot, you know.
Hmm.
You'll obviously get the odd idiot coming here.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you'd get that anywhere, wouldn't you?
of
Do
course.
you know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, in general, I'm not sure about, I don't think for me personally it's been as busy as it has been before.
Okay.
And that could be obviously COVID. Everybody all over the world suffered, didn't
Yeah,
they? I mean,
definitely.
and people lost money and they couldn't work and
Hmm.
they probably didn't have the money they had maybe 5 or pre-COVID before, that sort of thing, you know. So, and it has got a bit more expensive here,
Yeah.
you know. I haven't been to Thailand because I get conflicting stories. Some people tell me Thailand's cheaper now, or some people say no. Same with Vietnam, they say, oh, I think cost of living's cheaper, you know. But
Personally, from my experience of just being here a few days, I mean, maybe it's just the location like you mentioned, but those two places are definitely cheaper than here. As far as Thailand and Vietnam, even in local, I mean, tourist spots, you can find decent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if what they tried to do was because we had, well, Cambodia hadn't tourists coming for 2 years at least.
Yeah.
They thought let's raise the prices
Yeah.
and get the money back quick, which for me, from a business sense, wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, because if it's going to be more expensive than Thailand, it's got to offer something, right? But it doesn't seem like it's
and
not.
you got to draw some people in,
Yeah.
and like you say, and but it's still, now we're back into the low season, really.
Yeah.
The high season begins November,
Mhm.
right through to Khmer New Year, which is April 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
And but even then, the high season, I still think there's not the numbers I've seen in previous years.
Yeah.
And I mean, every country suffered by COVID, didn't it? And trying to get the tourist industry back. But you do need something to entice people
For
here.
sure. And if it's not cost of living, then I mean, if it's not price, then what is it really, right? Because there's so many competing countries in Southeast
Correct.
Asia. Yeah.
Yeah. And most people come through Thailand before they come here, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, I think they built the second airport in Siem Reap,
Yeah.
and they're building another one here, which they're going to do probably more direct flights straight in. So that might bring more people in the future. But I mean, and again, you got to get the price right.
Yeah, exactly. You got to find a balance between the price and the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had a few backpackers like come this time, but yeah, I would say now the majority of them going back, and then because they only have set budgets, don't they?
Set budget and set time. Usually people have 1 or 2 weeks and they would rather spend it somewhere else, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, and in general, I don't know.
What about like your health and all that? Have you been to any hospitals, medical care and all that? People are concerned about, you know?
Me personally, I've been lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky. But I know other people have, and some hospitals are okay, but some are very expensive. And they also tend, like everything, they think all the expats, they're all millionaires.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's something that's any country usually, right?
Do you know what I'm saying? So from that point of view as well. But a lot of people, you can get insurance here for if you're an expat living here, and obviously you can organize your own insurance. But yeah, there's some hospitals better than others, but like anywhere, I believe, same in Thailand, you pay the price. Do you know what I mean? The locals don't pay it. Well, I think they do, but in some things they don't pay the same price.
I see. And what about like, do you think you'll go back home, or is this going to be a permanent place now?
After 13 year, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest,
Yeah.
Maybe I go home next year, and I haven't been home for quite a while, and and maybe I want to see a few other places, because sometimes you live in the one area, it does get a bit monotonous.
Of course,
you know what I mean? So, sitting here, it's okay, and I like the weather and the exercise, but it's the same thing every day.
Yeah, and even relaxing.
So I do meet a lot of people, like tourists come up, maybe and say, hello, how are you? And,
like me, right?
yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I've met a lot of people, but it has changed, obviously, in 13 years, buildings and everything, but yeah, I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to go visit Thailand again, to be honest.
Yeah.
And once you have been for a while, it's something different, isn't it? Whereas
For sure.
here, See, what I think we're not in pain. A lot of people come and they think, I've talked to people and they, 4 days, I want to see this, but in all honesty, there's not a lot of sites that would take in 4 days. You could probably do it in a day.
Yeah.
I've seen people and they say, oh, we've done it in a day and a half.
Yeah, as far as tourist attractions, there's not much going on around
Well,
here.
I think besides, obviously, the killing fields and S19 prison, and Angkor Wat, which is over this way. You know, here to Angkor Wat.
Of
And
course,
then you've got your temples and that sort of thing. But after that, really, capital city wise, just like any capital city in the world, you know what I mean? But yeah, it depends on your interest, really, as well. But other than that, yeah, I just tell people what I personally think,
Yeah.
you know, whether they take it, it's up to them.
Got it. Well, thank you so much for your time, man. I
No,
really appreciate it.
yeah, you too, no
Thank
problem. And enjoy the rest of your holiday. I don't know how long you're here for, and
I will.
also take care.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
No problem.
There you have it, guys. If you guys enjoyed that video, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Share your thoughts about Cambodia. If you live here, if you want to come here, it is raining like crazy outside over there. And so for me right now, everything seems to be very exciting. There seems to be a lot of expats, a big community here. And so far, when I do street interviews, the rate of people saying yes is extremely high, meaning people seem to be happy and wanting to share their experiences about Cambodia. And I don't know what I'm going to do here, how long I'm going to stay here, and where I'm going to visit. So for me personally, it's still a little exciting not knowing what's going on. I'm still getting used to my area, my neighborhood. Yeah, so I'm excited to explore, try some Cambodian food, visit some places, meet some locals, all the usual stuff. So if you guys want to catch up with those videos, be sure to turn on bell notifications, you don't miss that one. And leave any of your comments down below. If you take your time to write it, I'll take your time to respond. Yeah, I'm gonna get back inside before I get wet. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.